A vegetable? Which is it? Today we're going to be practicing comparing and contrasting by reading about a difference between a fruit and a vegetable. Remember to think about organization, and one way to do so is to make a Venn diagram. A Venn diagram is a useful graphic organizer for helping you think about the differences between two different things. So remember, a Venn diagram is two circles. You might have one thing on this side, another thing on this side, and then anything that is both categories in the middle. So read the passage and think about the similarities and differences between fruits and vegetables. A fruit? A vegetable? Which is it? What's the difference between a fruit and a vegetable? The differences are not as straightforward as you may think. The way you categorize these foods may depend on whether you're a scientist or a chef. For example, most people think of fruits as sweet and vegetables as bitter, bland, or savory. So what would you call a tomato? Tomatoes are often added to foods such as pasta sauce, tacos, and stews, so most of us think of them as vegetables. However, a tomato is really a fruit. What about cucumbers and peas? They're green, like many vegetables, and we eat them as side dishes, not on ice cream or cereal, but they're actually fruits too. So are squash, beans, and nuts. Botanists, or scientists who study plants, define a fruit as any plant part that can generate a new plant or the seeds of the parent plant. A fruit is formed from the flower of a plant. Vegetables, on the other hand, are all the other edible parts of a plant: the roots, the stalks, the leaves, and so on. Carrots and beets and potatoes are root vegetables. Celery and asparagus are stalks, and leafy vegetables include lettuce, kale, and spinach. Of course, when we're eating, we don't worry so much about whether our food is a fruit or a vegetable. We mainly focus on flavor, but the debate over fruits and vegetables can get heated. In a famous court case, Nix versus Hedden in 1893, the United States Supreme Court decided that it is correct for people to call a tomato a vegetable, even though, scientifically speaking, it is a fruit. So, the next time someone tells you to eat your veggies, ask them if they mean fruits instead. Skill practice. Read each question, fill in the bubble next to the correct answer. Question 1. Botanists will probably say that a fruit is different from a vegetable because A. A fruit is edible. B. A fruit contains the plant's seeds. C. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled that they're different. D. A fruit is sweeter than a vegetable. Question 2. How do scientists think about fruits and vegetables differently than most other people? A. They care only about the flavor. B. They focus on how many recipes the plant part can be used in. C. They think about the job that the plant part does. D. They pay attention to how the Supreme Court rules on cases about fruits and vegetables. Question 3. What is the main similarity between fruits and vegetables? A. Both have led to court cases. B. Both are green. C. Both are sweet. D. Both are parts of a plant. Question 4. Based on what you can infer from the passage, how are strawberries and walnuts alike? A. Both grow from a plant's flowers. B. Both grow on trees. C. Both are savory foods. D. Both are considered vegetables. Strategy practice. On a separate piece of paper, draw a Venn diagram to show the similarities and differences between fruits and vegetables mentioned in the passage. Okay, now's your time to do it. So you may have answered some of those multiple choice questions. You may have to go back and answer them, and then do the strategy focus. Draw yourself a Venn diagram with fruits and vegetables and fill in some of the similarities and differences. Then come back here for the answers. Okay, the answers. So a botanist will probably say that a fruit is different from a vegetable because a fruit contains the plant's seeds. Number 1 is B. Number 2, how do scientists think about fruits and vegetables differently than most people? C, they think about the job that the plant part does. That's different than most people because most people think about the taste. What are the main similarities between fruits and vegetables? They are both parts of a plant. D is D. And number 4, based on what you can infer from the passage, how are strawberries and walnuts alike? A, they both grow from a plant's flower. Your strategy practice asked you to draw a Venn diagram to show the similarities and differences between fruits and vegetables. So here's an example of what your Venn diagram could look like. Fruits on one side, vegetables on the other side. On fruits, I have that they're parts of the plants that generate new. They're seeds, flowers. Strawberries are an example of a fruit. And I put tomato on the fruit side. On my vegetable side, it's other parts of plants like roots, stalks, leaves, lettuce, root stalks and leaves. Lettuce, beets, asparagus, and kale are examples of vegetables. Now in the middle, I did put a tomato, but I specified that that's according to U.S. Supreme Court, because I personally disagree. My opinion, a tomato is a fruit. What do you think?